Happy holiday, happy holiday. May the calendar keep bringing happy holidays to you.
Hey everyone, this is Josh and welcome to day 9 of the 12 days of CRAFTmas. We are almost 3/4 of the way through and we've seen a ton of amazing brews in this series. Everything from light IPAs to Belgians to winter ales to winter warmers, a little bit of everything. It's been great. Lots and lots of fun seeing what some of these breweries have done to create their special Christmas / holiday / winter ales. And we've got 2 more great ones for you tonight. First one we're going to be taking a look at is Deschutes Brewery, the Jubelale, and they call this a festive winter ale. Deschutes out of Bend, Oregon. I believe that is correct. Yes, Bend, Oregon. Excellent. This particular beer is 65 IBUs and 6.7% ABV. I've never had it, have no idea what it even looks like due to the dark bottle there, but really looking forward to it. I have seen a few folks on social media who have shared this particular brew, and I've heard some great things, so again, really looking forward to it tonight. But yeah, I think we'll probably, for both of these brews tonight, probably see the kind of a dark amber type ale, kind of going the winter ale, winter warmer kind of route for the ones this evening. And this kind of goes to show that. This is a very, very beautiful beer here, guys. Just very, very pretty. A nice amber color around towards the edge of the glass that goes darker into a dark copper, almost getting into a brown there in the middle of the beer. There's still just enough color in this beer to see the amber really all around in it. Almost I'd say a tan head on this particular beer. As I give it a nice swirl, I'm getting some nice aromas. Look at that. That's just, man, that's beautiful. Just a very, very beautiful beer. Just reminds me of a winter day for some reason. Just makes me think of, I don't know, gingerbread cookies and milk. I don't know. And great beer. But let's see what we've got as far as the aromas go. I will say, it's got a nice freshness to it. And bear with me a moment. I'm trying to get a little bit more here. I've kind of started to develop a little bit of a cold, so trying to fight through some of the, aromas, trying to get as much as I can. Yeah, this is a fresh brew, actually. I'm getting some maltiness, but I feel like I'm even getting some hoppy notes in there too, and might be the case with it being 65 IBUs. But yeah, it's getting some caramel and some toasted bread, and then kind of some hoppiness there on the back side of the scent. So we'll see what we've got. Cheers. Sure enough, quite a bit of hops in this. This is very interesting. Pretty solid too. It's different because you look at it, you smell it, well, most of the smell, you're like, hey, I'm gonna have like a very malty, maybe even a sweet, dark winter warmer type of beer. But as I take a sip of it, I've got the maltiness there. I'm getting some nice toasted bread, some nice caramel, maybe even some dark fruit notes. But then I get a really nice hoppy kick mid-taste through. And that lasts throughout the taste and even lingers on the palate. It adds a nice freshness and it seems to combine very well with the brew. I'm really, really impressed. Was really thrown for a loop on this taste. Was not expecting it. Just looking at it, the color, the head, everything. I was expecting something more malt forward for sure. But they have definitely challenged the style, challenged the expectations, I should say, and added a nice hoppy flavor to this. Hops probably added bittering hops, significant amount of bittering hops at the early part of the boil, and then possibly even some aroma, some hops for some aroma as well towards the end of that boil. Freshness as in probably some floral or spicy hops seeming to pair well with this. I wouldn't say citrus. I think more on the floral or the spicy side. But yeah, not a bad beer there. It's almost confusing in a way because, again, you think you're going to taste something and then you taste it. Your brain's saying one thing, but then you actually taste it and all your senses are saying something completely different. So not bad. I really appreciate the challenge on the style there. I guess I should say the challenge on what's expected. The Jubelale, excellent. Next we have Fathead's Holly Jolly. This is their Christmas ale, malt beverage brewed with spices and honey. This is 7.4% ABV from Fathead's Brewing out of Middleburg Heights, Ohio. And special thanks to Miss Julie Bruegel for sending this over to me. Another great Ohio staple, Fathead's Brewing. I actually had their Spooky Tooth during the 31 Days of Pumpkin, and that was an excellent beer. No doubt this one is going to be good as well. Kind of got the signature Fatheads guy there. He's got a Santa hat and a beard, and I also got some Christmas lights around there. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. Chill out, man. Have a beer. That's what it says on here. Nice. But yeah, Fathead's Spooky Tooth. Fathead's Holly Jolly. I love it when these breweries come out with nice seasonal brews with different catchy phrases and doing different things to kind of promote the special brew for the holiday season. So yeah, we got another beautiful beer here, and again, I love doing two at a time because we can really compare them. Darker in color for sure. This is definitely more of an amber color, even going towards some gold, golden, like a lighter amber, almost golden towards the edge of the glass, the bottom of the glass there. But much lighter than this one. This one going more towards the copper brown. This one being right in the middle way towards the amber, dark gold amber color there. Very pretty beer. A little bit of a haze in there, slight haze, and not near as much of a head on this beer as that one. Giving it a little swirl. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, a little bit of head there, slight off-white head, but again, not near as much as this one. But yeah, pretty looking brew. The Holly Jolly, let's see what we've got on the nose. Oh, you can definitely smell those spices. Again, a nice spiced ale. The one we had last night was very well done as well. And as you start getting into the higher number of brews, it's hard to remember which ones you had. The White Blaze actually had a nice spiciness from Triple C out of Charlotte. A little bit of sweetness in there, a little bit of toasted bread, malty type aroma, but the spices are what's coming through most. I think the spices are what's coming through most in this particular beer. So cheers. Definitely a spiced ale. Yeah, definitely a spiced ale. Some of it kind of reminds me of, some of those spices kind of remind me of the Spooky Tooth in a way. That was an Imperial Pumpkin Ale. It had some spices added. This is more spiced. Cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, ginger maybe. Nothing too overbearing. Again, we've talked about spices in some of these brews, but it's a double-edged sword. They can really work in the brewer's favor on a beer, or they can be completely botched and just completely wash out a beer, overtake it to where you can't even taste anything else. But this is very well done. Nice spiciness on the nose, nice spiciness on the palate. Beginning sip, mid sip, post sip, yet you still know you're drinking a nice beer. Maltiness, toasted bread, maybe slight notes of caramel. Not much as far as the hops go here. Again, this being more malt forward, kind of the malt and more in particular the spice is what's brought to the forefront on this beer. I feel like the spices work. Again, a nice time of year to incorporate spices. You see them in the desserts, you see them in the sides and fixing, so to speak, with Christmas dinner. You're even seeing it in other kinds of beverages, different things for the holiday season. And it goes very well in beer when done well. And I felt this one is. There's a good bit of spice as soon as you take a sip, but then once you swallow and talk a little bit, it's gone, which is nice. It's not a spice that lingers. Sometimes when that spice lingers, it ends up kind of taken away from the taste and flavor of the beer, just because you never really get a break from it. I feel like you get it in force, but then it's gone, which is very well done. I think Fatheads did very well in this beer. No complaints with either of these. Very good brews. Once more, that one just completely throws me for a loop. But it's interesting. I like it. It's pushing the envelope, shattering expectations. And then this one, just doing really, really well with the spices. Cheers to both. Deschutes out of Oregon and Fatheads out of Ohio. Very well done. If you've had either of these brews, let me know what you think. I thought they were pretty decent. No complaints at all. I feel like nothing was too over the top. Nothing really overtook. No flavors overtook one another. Just some nice balanced beers, and that's what you like to enjoy this time of year. So thank you so much again for following along. Day 9 of the 12 Days of Craftmas is in the books. Day 10 is tomorrow. We're on the final stretch, and we've got some amazing brews coming up. Rogue Ales, Hoppy Holidays from Noda Brewing, St. Bernardus, Cold Mountain from Highland, always a favorite. So lots of great brews coming up for the last several days. Hopefully you can join in. You guys have a great night. Cheers.